Okay, so Rabbi, why do you think some people have so much trouble with technology and some people don't?
You've asked a really question that's fascinated me. I just bought an Apple Watch, and it's sitting on my desk. I haven't opened the box yet. When I was a kid, Dick Tracy's watch was
The
fascinating.
wrist radio.
The wrist radio
Yeah.
was fascinating. In fact, everything that exists today, I looked at when I was a kid in science fiction and could not wrap my mind around. Now, I have my iPhone. All my work is on an iPad.
Mm-hmm.
I even stopped using my Mac because the iPad took its place. I FaceTime, and now I bought my Apple Watch, and I'm living the dream.
But some people look at me. I told my sister, an Apple Watch, pretty soon people aren't going to have wristwatches. They're going to have computers, wrist radios, stuff like that. And she says, no, nobody will give up wristwatches.
But the Apple Watch is a computer, and it's linked to the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I see all of this as enhancing. I can do my work. I'm totally portable. Panera Bread has become my office when I need to write high holiday sermons. Unlimited coffee and any snacks I may want to purchase. And no one ever pushes you out of Panera Bread. So I've become totally portable with electronics,
Mm-hmm.
and it's helping. And I do FaceTime with people. And I'm just annoyed with a lot of people. I'm 73. So I'm annoyed with a lot of people my age who have this aversion to technology. I find it very frustrating when someone my age says to me, I need to talk to my grandson, or I need to talk to my nephew. It used to be about the VCR, and then it's about the DVD, then it's about the phones. And you're a competent adult. You've lived through maybe the Depression, maybe the Second World War, lots of things, and you're the same age I am. Why are you telling me that this is intimidating? What, your microwave in the kitchen is constantly blinking the time? You don't know how to set the microwave? There's a manual, you can look things up. What is this aversion of fear to technology? What's so intimidating?
But people don't like to read the manual. It's considered bad form to read the manual.
But you know what? Apple solved that, but there's no manuals. I've had I've had Mac and PC. I went over entirely to the Mac, and I've had the book and the thing and the Mac and the Pro and all of them, and there are no manuals. You go online, or you go to the Apple website, and they explain how things are done. So there are no manuals anymore. So that's a terrible excuse for fear of the unknown. And people, well, it's human. Look, Joe, let's be serious. What's kept human beings alive is fear. I have to be afraid. I'm running through a field and I hear a noise. Well, if I'm not afraid, the lion's going to eat me, the tigers. So programmed into human beings is fear. Mm-hmm. And fear of anything new or fear of change. And we have to stop for a minute and go, mind, fear was very helpful when human beings, because I never lived in the jungle, I never had to do any of that, though I grew up in Boston. Different story. But given this fear, I have to say, what am I afraid of? And the first lesson is you can't do anything wrong. You just shut the machine off and start it again. You can't break it unless you actually break it. And I hear that from people my age. I'm afraid I'll break the phone. I'm afraid I'll break the computer. Unless you have a hammer, you can't break it. You reboot it. You shut it off and start again.
But you can't drop it and break the screen occasionally.
You can do that, but we all do that. And that's why you get insurance, and that's why you have screen protectors, and that's why you use a case, like my Otter case. This is enough so that if I just drop, it protects it.
Okay, so what advice do you have to all the people who are scared of their telephones?
Do it. Use it. Sit down with it. Have a conversation and say, I am a competent adult. I held a full-time job. And there's nothing to be afraid of. It'll help me. It'll work. All the actions in here, this anxiety or depending on someone else, and it's not going to replace you. It's not going to change anything.
And that's you talking to the phone.
And I'm talking to a phone right now. which makes perfect sense to me. What is it that's scaring me? What is keeping me from taking advantage of this new technology? I mean, Dick Tracy, everything. The only thing is the flying cars aren't around.
That's next.
But everything that I grew up with exists, and why wouldn't I want to use my dreams and reading all these science fiction magazines and stuff when I was a kid, and popular science and popular mechanics predicted all of this, and now I can use it and have to conquer or put aside or live with or recognize that anything new is scary.
There you go.
Anything new is different.
Well, thank you very much, Rabbi.
You're very, very welcome.